Hey, my name is David Liu, and I'm a feature and television screenwriter. I grew up in an immigrant household in Los Angeles where my parents set two rules for me. Number one, you could only speak Mandarin at home. And number two, the only movies you could watch were from the Criterion Collection. I remember watching John Ford's The Grapes of Wrath as a 9-year-old and being floored by the scene where Henry Fonda takes his mother in his arms and they go for a nice dance in the middle of a migrant camp singing Red River Valley. And the simplicity and the joy of that moment, I think, inspired me to start telling stories about characters who, whether against their will or not, move from one place to another and then struggle to make sense of that displacement. So, fast forward a few years into college, I decided to work in entertainment journalism for a few years. Was lucky enough to interview luminaries such as Ang Lee and Barry Jenkins, who are at very different stages of their career, but shared a similar passion for storytelling, for character development. And I think that inspired me to apply to USC Film School, where I will be graduating in May, and I recently just co-directed my first feature film produced by James Franco. Recently, I was lucky enough to get into the New Writers Fellowship at CAPE, where I am workshopping a 1-hour pilot script called Central Pacific. Central Pacific is an action-adventure dramedy about a trio of misfits who stow away on a ship from 1860s China to San Francisco for the gold rush. The catch is they don't realize that they're 15 years too late, they're going to a hellhole filled with people who don't like their kind, and the only thing waiting for them is a railroad that's waiting to be built and history to be made. Now, it's an Asian American origin story, and more importantly, I think it's an attempt to answer this question that's been burning inside of me since day one, which is, how did people like me get here, and why did we choose to stay here? So thank you for reading the script. I hope you enjoy the journey with these characters as much as I enjoyed writing them.